Hi everybody. Hi everybody. This is Jessie here. This is day number 3 at 7:20 a.m. in the morning. Um, this is my second video in 3 days. We spent the whole day yesterday shopping, so I'm sorry I didn't make a video yesterday. It will pay off today though, because I have a lot to talk about. When I went shopping yesterday, I got this book, Raw Food, Real World, and it's a very interesting book. Before I got this book, I had previously been working out of Juliana's book, Raw, the cookbook, for about 3 years probably. That's why I had a dehydrator before. I think I always generally felt that raw or no raw, identification with it, saying I'm 100%, I'm 90% raw. I think if you're just a normal person who eats cooked food every single day for every meal, I think that anybody and everybody could stand to benefit from fitting a lot more raw food into their diet, even if we're just talking about mixed green salads, and more fruit, fresh fruit. Yeah, so there's some big differences between these books. With Giuliano's book, he uses nuts and seeds as the base for most of his recipes, and with Raw Food Real World, they use young coconut and avocado for the base of most of their recipes. They of course do some nut and seed based recipes also, but yeah, they use raw coconut a lot in this, and I thought that was kind of gross until I realized they were talking about young coconut, and the distinction between young coconut and should I say regular coconut or old coconut is pretty different. This is what a young coconut looks like. Looks like a little teepee, and when you take a knife and you huck it open, I don't have a cleaver. I sure do wish I did, though, after hucking these open last night. And what you get out of it is delicious, delicious coconut water, which I love, and I've been drinking this canned for a long time, coconut water, and I have to tell you, there is nothing like the real thing. Nothing like the real thing. It is so delicious. So, you get some coconut water, and then when you're done drinking the coconut water, you can scrape the flesh out of it. And the flesh in a young coconut is really different than the flesh in an older coconut, in that it's a lot more watery. It's a lot softer. It's kind of slimy even, and it's really easy to separate the young coconut from the rest of the shell. Whereas older coconuts, you have to pry the coconut meat from the shell, and then when you get it out, it's really firm. See, that's a really good. See how it's all shiny and squiggly? It's very thin. And yeah, so this Raw Food Real World book uses a lot of this stuff, and I got these for $1.99 a piece at Whole Foods. I think that's kind of a ripoff. I'm gonna shop around for a better price. So now I want to talk about using nuts and seeds as the base for your recipes. I have some raw friends, and I consult them. I ask their advice because they've been doing it longer than I have. And I was talking to a friend of mine, and we seem to reach a consensus on the nuts and seeds as a base for all culinary raw stuff, which is, if you were scavenging in nature for nuts and seeds, you'd only happen upon them not very often, and even when you would happen upon them, it would take so much effort to crack open the shell and separate the shell from the meat that you wouldn't be eating them as 50 to 75% of your diet, being nuts and seeds. And I think that's what ends up happening with these fancy raw culinary dishes, is that you do end up eating a lot more, nuts and seeds, fat. Even if it's healthy fat, it's still fat, and I don't think, and there's a lot of fiber too, and I don't think that, to me, it just doesn't energetically feel right. It feels like it takes my body a lot of effort to process. It feels heavy. It feels like it's, taking away energy and not giving energy. So I think, hey, nuts and seeds being 20 to 30% of your diet, I'm sure that is way healthier, and that's the approach that I'm taking to my raw food experience. Is the alternative of doing, nuts and seeds and all that is so much, is to eat foods with super high water and fiber content. So I eat a lot of cucumber, a lot of romaine, a lot of tomato, a lot of mixed greens, limes, oranges, melons. They're these super watery, fibery, and I think what that does is I think it fills me up. I really do. And I think that by not trying to drink a whole bunch of water outside of my food, getting my water from inside my food, I personally believe that it makes the water more bioavailable. Like, for instance, with the coconuts, it's pretty well known that coconut water is a natural electrolyte, a natural isotonic beverage, which has the perfect ratio of sodium and potassium for your body to absorb it maximally. So, I don't know, that's just an example, but it's Isabella.
Mommy.
Hi.
Mommy.
So, I also want to talk about dehydrating, and maybe I'll talk about dehydrating tomorrow, because we got a wet baby here who needs to be dried off. So, thank you all for listening. I didn't tell you guys what I made. I didn't tell you guys what I made yesterday. I made the wonderful tomato and watermelon gazpacho, which was delicious, out of the Raw Food Real World book. And I also made some blueberry applesauce for the baby with an orange tahini. That was made with you want to see yourself? That was made with frozen blueberries, raw apples, and orange zest and orange juice mixed into the tahini with some maple syrup. So, I'm being beckoned. I need to go now. But I will be seeing you guys tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you more about my opinions on dehydrating and weight loss. Okay, you guys have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.